So-called Reuters analysts, experts, apparently EV websites even, car reporters, journalists, they've all been saying their sales have collapsed this year. That's what we're hearing. We're hearing basically something to that effect, right? None of them would have predicted, I'm pretty sure none of them predicted that Tesla would have sold this many vehicles from its Chinese-made factory, China-made vehicles. We've even heard news sources in China saying stuff about Tesla decreasing factory output by, 24%, laying off staff at their factory. How the hell are they making this many cars if they've laid off all these staff and apparently shut down one of their production lines, as many in the media have been claiming? I don't know how this is possible. What, they've got to replace those people with robots or something? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Great to have you with us. And I, for one, I'm pretty stoked to see these sales from Tesla. Now, guys, I was waiting for the new Tesla Model Y Juniper. I changed my mind. I saw the price of the Xpeng G6 long range, and I just think it's going to probably be better value, and it's going to be available in a month. And the charging speed is through the roof. Range is 570 kilometers WLTP. That's a lot more range than the Model Y standard range. So, guys, I went ahead and ordered it. If you want to order a G6, you can do it. It's a refundable deposit. I'll put a link in the description. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I've looked at everything. I looked at all the angles, I looked at all the numbers, I looked at all the videos, people using these in Europe, how long they last for, etc., etc. But speaking of the new Model Y Juniper, a lot of people apparently are waiting for the new Model Y Juniper. So what the hell's going on? I mean, yeah, really, I think everyone knows that Tesla's bringing out a new Model Y. It's going to be here end of this year, start of next year, depending on your location. So that's why I am a little surprised to see these sales figures, because I mean, Tesla really only has two models of car that they manufacture in China, the Model Y and the Model 3. Bizarrely, Tesla actually make two different versions of the Model Y. In fact, they make a number of different versions of the Model Y in China because they have a China-only version for the Chinese, which has an upgraded motor, has 100 horsepower extra, more powerful motor. It has interior ambient lighting, has a slightly nicer interior. It's got different wheels. It's actually got more range. It's got about 3% more range. Bizarre, because you can only get that China Model Y in China. For international deliveries, it's a different Model Y. It's the standard version we're all used to, we all know. Unfortunately, I really thought, so strange that Tesla, as far as I know, they've never done this before, that they would continue making two different versions of the Model Y, the China version and the international version. The international version, as I said, is not as good. Anyhow, that said, this is a really good sales number. I'm really surprised to see this 87,000 cars, or 86,700, close enough to 87,000. 87,000 vehicles delivered in China and worldwide from Tesla's factory in China for the month of August. That's growth of 17% from July. It's a pretty impressive number. And really, I mean, how the hell are Tesla manufacturing 87,000 cars if they laid off 20% of their staff and got a skeleton crew on there, and apparently they're shutting down 2 days a week, they're only going to be working 5 days? That's the kind of stuff we've heard from the media about, but I don't think it was true. And honestly, I think it was just speculation. Tesla saw a significant increase in China-made sales of their vehicles last month. And what this means is, this year, January to August, Tesla sales are down on their China-made vehicles. So within China, obviously the vehicles that they sell in China and the Chinese-made vehicles they sell outside of China, they're down by 6% versus last year. That's a pretty good number to be down only 6% when, to be honest, guys, yeah, the Model 3 Highland, that's a good car, no question. But in terms of technology, charging, speed, range, it is down on its rivals. Have a look at the Zeekr 007. Compare those spec for spec. Yeah, the Tesla has better software. There's no question about that. But spec for spec, performance, power, range, the Zeekr 007 blows it away. And they are similar prices in China. So the fact that Tesla are selling so many Model 3s and Model Ys, and the Model Y obviously is now very dated in comparison to its rivals in China, it's surprising, but it does tell you one key thing. The Tesla brand is very strong when it comes to EVs. It is very, very strong. Tesla sold those vehicles in August, meaning actually it was significant growth versus 74,000 in July. So pretty big. And also its growth versus last year. Last year, Tesla did 84,000. So, they jumped nearly 3,000 this month. This means in total, Tesla have sold Chinese-made vehicles this year, 587,000, down exactly 6% as per CNF Post. And that actually means Tesla holds a significant percentage. I believe it's over 10% of the EV market in China. That's actually, I believe it's 11% to be exact. So Tesla's 11% of the Chinese market. That's actually enormous and not a figure you would expect. Now, NIO, they delivered, to give you some context, 20,000 vehicles worldwide in August. Now, of course, this isn't Tesla's global sales. This is just from their China-made factory. But as you can see, Tesla delivered, more than 4 times as many vehicles worldwide just from their China-made factory in August versus NIO. It shows you just the massive difference in actual sales numbers between those two car companies. Now, looking at sales from other companies, Li Auto did really well. Plug-in hybrids, the majority of those sales, I believe about 90% were plug-in hybrids, 48,000. XPeng, 14,000. Zeekr, 18,000. And BYD, 373,000. But BYD's EV sales this month versus the same month last year, have only grown by 2%. All of their growth has been in plug-in hybrids, growth of 73%. So they're growing faster than Tesla, but their EV sales aren't really growing. Same thing, BYD's in really the same boat right now. They're in a bit of a no man's land. Their EV technology, to be honest, it's not as good as their rivals. It's simply not. It's good value, but nowhere near the charging speeds. The battery energy density is well down on some of their rivals, the batteries that they're using. And the motor powers, the weight of their cars, it's good. They're all good. They're just not up at the top echelon. And so you can really see why BYD's EV sales haven't grown when some of their rivals have. For example, Zeekr's EV sales are up 100% this year. That gives you an idea of the context here. Tesla's EV sales down 6%, BYD's up 2%, which is pretty small considering the number of new EVs that BYD have released this year. And Zeekr's up 100%. You can really see that the Chinese, they know the technology, they know the data, they know the numbers, they know what you're putting into cars. You can't trick them. They're kind of very, very educated when it comes to knowing what's in the new EVs, what's the most modern technology, what are they going to get. That is pushing some of these car companies to really innovate quickly. The new Model Y Juniper should be pushed by this. I think the new Model Y Juniper could be very, very good. Like I said, though, I'm not willing to wait anymore. I think the XPeng G6, here in Australia anyway, is just phenomenal value for money. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys, and thanks for watching.